everybody. Tyrone Bowman. This is Tyrone Bowman tonight. Sadly, to report on this evening, NBA champion and all time great and the NBA Hall of Famer, Bill Walton, has died at the age of 71. According to, USA Today, Basketball Hall of Famer Bill Walton, an all time great champion in high school, college, and the NBA, died Monday following a prolonged battle with cancer, the NBA announced. He was 71 years old. Bill Walton was truly one of a kind, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said in a statement. As a cherished member of the NBA family for 50 years, Bill will be deeply missed by all those who came to know and love him. An American original, Walton led a remarkable life on and off the court, excelling in basketball and dabbling in the counterculture scene of the late 1960s and early 1970s. He remained connected to both throughout his life as a basketball player and TV analyst and lifelong fan of the Grateful Dead, Bob Dylan and Neil Young. At 6'11", he was one of the most skilled big men to play the game. He defended, rebounded, and blocked shots, passed, and scored. He averaged 13.3 points, 10.5 rebounds, 3.4 assists, and 2.2 blocks in 10 seasons, and was robbed of prime years due to foot injuries. He missed the entire 1978-79, 1980-81, and 1981-82 seasons. Wilton packed an impressive resume into the years he played despite the debilitating injuries. Following a standout career at UCLA, where he won 2 NCAA titles under John Wooden. One of the great influences in his life, Walton became the #1 pick by the Portland Trail Blazers in the 1974 draft. He led the Blazers to the 1977 NBA championship, earning their finals MVP. His state line, 18.5 points, 19 rebounds, 5.2 assists, and 3.7 blocks, while shooting 54.5% in a 6-game series against the Philadelphia 76ers. The next season, the league named him the regular MVP after averaging 18.9 points, 13.2 rebounds, 5.0 assists, and 2.5 blocks. As one of the best of his generation, he piled up the accolades. He was a 2-time NBA champion, 2-time All-Star champion, 2-time All-NBA performer, 2-time All-Defensive selection, the 1985-86 Man of the Year, and named one of the NBA's 75 greatest players. What he garnered from UCLA and Walton, the NBA and the Celtics and the Grateful Dead, and Dylan were woven into Walton's life view. He once wrote of Walton, "While our practices were the most demanding endeavors that I've ever been a part of, so physically, emotionally, mentally, and psychologically taxing, there was always the sense of joy, of celebration, and of people having fun playing a simple game. Always positive, always constructive. John Wooden drives us in ways and directions that we are not aware of, a lawyer, always with the goal of making us better. He combined zen tranquility with a warrior's spirit. He mixed with hippies and pro athletes. He delivered assists to Larry Bird and partied with Jerry Garcia, Bob Weir, and Mickey Hart. He loved the music, the songs, and he especially loved the lyrics. He pulled a line from the Dead's Scarlet Begonias just as easy as he could recite a poignant line from Dylan's Boots of Spanish Leather. Known as Grateful Red, he attended hundreds of Dead shows. In 1985, he took members of the Celtics, including Bird, Kevin McHale, and Rick Carlisle, to a Grateful Dead concert in Worcester, Massachusetts. The Celtics and the Grateful Dead represented so much of everything I believe in, live for, and try to do with my life, Walton told USA Today Sports in 2020. Because of the culture Red Auerbach had built, the Celtics were a family organization. The Grateful Dead, that's a family as well. They both have the ability to inspire, encourage, and to allow you to be you and to become something that is bigger and better and more important than you as an individual. I once asked Walton what his favorite Dead song was, and with a mixture of incredulity and passion, but more passion, he answered all of them. In other words, whatever one he was listening to at the time, living in the moment. As an announcer, he often took side roads, fantastical ramblings that sometimes bordered on the absurd and sometimes on the joyful, but that was Walton, off the beaten path. Born in La Mesa, California in 1952 to Gloria Ann and William, Walton was one of four children. His parents encouraged participation in the arts. Walton enjoyed sports too and won high school basketball championships in 1969 and 1970. He attended UCLA and won two NCAA championships in 1972 and 1973, leading the Bruins to 30-0 records in consecutive seasons. He was the most outstanding player in both Finals Four, was a three-time National Player of the Year, and a vital member of the Bruins dynasty that captured 10 titles in 12 seasons. He also played a significant role in UCLA's 88-game winning streak. Walton had four sons, Adam, Nathan, Luke, and Chris. And when Luke won his second NBA title as a member of the Los Angeles Lakers, the Waltons became the first father-son duo to win at least two titles. His brother Bruce was also a standout athlete and played in college at UCLA and in the NFL for the Dallas Cowboys. Walton stuttered, and he said it took until his late 20s before he became comfortable speaking in public. He said a random encounter with New York broadcaster Marty Glickman changed his life. That day is a very brief private conversation, one way, mind you, since I really could not speak at the time. Marty explained patiently and concisely that talking, communicating was a skill, not a gift or a birthright. And like any skill, whether it be sports, music, business, or whatever, needed to be developed over a lifetime of hard work, discipline, organization, and practice, Walton wrote. He also overcame a lifetime of injuries and pain. The injuries to his feet during his playing days began debilitating later in life, and the back pain was excruciating. In his book, quote, Back from the Dead, close quote, Walton wrote, I can't do this anymore. It's just too hard. It hurts too much. Why should I continue? What's the point in going on? I've been down for so long, I have no idea which way anywhere is anymore. There's no reason to believe tomorrow is going to be any better. If I had a gun, I would use it. A spine surgery in 2009 relieved Walton of the pain that made living unbearable, and he cherished a less painful existence that allowed him to do the things he loved, like bicycling, announcing college basketball games, and attending dead shows. Bill Walton, dead at the age of 71. May the NBA all-time great rest in peace. I'm Tyrone Bowman. Never surrender, never quit.